Back with another episode of Pottawattamie County Routes. I am Todd Studer, and we welcome back into the studio. This is Kim Kanata from Frosting Ink in Walnut. Good to see you, young lady.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
Good. I'm glad you made the trip over.
Oh, of course.
And also, I'm glad that all the hard work that you and the rest of your committee are putting in Walnut, because there's something new coming up very soon.
Our very first farmers market ever. So.
Farmers market in Walnut.
Yes.
This sounds fun.
Yes. There's been a lot of planning. We've been planning since January, I think. Just a lot goes into it. So we're hoping it's a success. We've got 12 vendors already signed up. We could use more. It's not too late to sign up.
So what is the start date, and what day of the week is this going to be?
It's going to be on a Friday. It's next Friday, June 12th, from 4 to 6. We'll be on the 600 block in Walnut, which is kind of right next to my shop. And at the same time, I'm having a farmer's market kickoff in my shop where I've got HKA drinks with loaded teas will be there, and Brown's shoes from Atlantic. Brian will be there with his shoes selling summer shoes, sandals, and whatnot. Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of a cool addition to bring into a farmer's market. So what's the why behind this? Why did Walnut want to bring a farmer's market?
Because we want to do more things in Walnut, community oriented. I mean, we have the Antique Walk, which is coming up in a couple weeks, which is huge. But we just wanted to try to bring the community together and do more things for the community.
And this is just one of the things going on. We'll talk about something else here in just a little bit. But all right, so the farmers market, and going back to January when you first started planning all of this, what were some of the things that you were talking about back then and say, hey, we need to think about this, we need to have this? I mean, were there any must-haves or wants, or how did that process work?
Just finding vendors that were more produce, I'm all for craft shows. I go to them and set up myself. But at the farmer's market, you don't want just crafts. You want to have produce and breads and honey and flowers. So that was the one thing we were really trying to incorporate and get that done. And getting vendors, reaching out to them, created a Facebook page. Walnut Farmers Market is the Facebook page. You can follow us on there. There's 4 of us, so just kind of each of us have our own jobs. Maddie's the market manager. She will be the one that you would hear from, the vendors would hear from and contact with,
How did the vendors find you, or did you find them? I mean, you talked about reaching out to them. Is that
a little of both?
Okay.
We made a post on Facebook and we all shared it, but then because I've been to several markets and pop-up events, I knew, so we reached out. Jill Hansen is also another one. She goes to farmers markets. She's on the committee. So we knew vendors. Like, we would reach out to someone like, hey, do you want to sign up for ours?
And being on Friday, I know that was also a little bit of strategy put into there too, because there are other farmers markets in other communities.
Yes, for sure.
You want to be able to honor that too.
Yep, because Wednesday was Avoca's, Thursdays was Atlantic, so we didn't want to compete with them, and that way hopefully it works out.
And you were saying that this is a once a month farmers market, right?
Yes.
So at that point, it could, the Friday of the month could be a little fluid and could adjust a little bit. So that's why following you on that Facebook page or anywhere else is important.
Just like the first year, we wanted to keep it. It didn't work out to be the second Friday of every month. There are a couple Saturdays. I don't know if you want to get into that now. In August, to coincide with the Walnut Sauerkraut Day, which is the first time we're bringing it back from like 100 years ago. So it's going to be on a Saturday. So we're coinciding the farmers market on that Saturday in August.
Oh, I see. So it'll be like a back-to-back then.
Yeah, it'll be.
That makes sense.
Yes, it'll be farmers markets going on while the firemen's doing a breakfast and backpack drive. Just all sorts of things going on all day in town on that Saturday with the farmers market.
Primrose Retirement Community in Council Bluffs believes home should be a place of comfort, connection, and care. From personalized support to engaging daily activities, everything they do is designed to help residents live fully and confidently. At Primrose, that's their priority, to put the quality of their residents' care and daily needs at the top of their list each day and every day. It's not just about where you live, it's about how you live. Learn more about life at Primrose by going to primroseretirement.com and then contact Jamie Bush at Primrose and discover a place that truly puts people first. Your home for all natural health solutions in southwest Iowa is Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market. Serving the area since 1997, Bambi is located at 805 South Main Street in Council Bluffs and has a wide selection of vitamins, supplements, essential oils, herbal remedies, and a lot more. Staffed with over 37 years of experience, Bambi is putting health back in your hands. Explore your wellness options online at bambisgreenacres.com. These things that you're bringing back to Walnut again. And now the farmers market's first time, but Sauerkraut Day is, as you said, started 100 years ago and went away for a while. But I'm wondering where these conversations got started. I mean, did somebody just have an idea? Hey, we should do this, and then the next thing you know, a committee is formed.
I was like, I want to say it was like a year or so ago. I had shared a post, I think on my personal page, about doing something for Walnut, and then I had comments. And someone had said Sauerkraut Day, and I had never heard of it. And then I couldn't get people, you know, it's like I wasn't going to do all the work. I needed help, and no one was interested. I'm like, well, okay. Well, then without me, so there was a couple other people like, hey, let's do this. Let's bring this back. So then I got sucked into the committee as well.
Yeah, I know that.
So no, I think it was just a bunch of different people like that had this idea, like, hey, let's bring this back. And it all worked out this year that we're all on the committee bringing it back and trying to make it work.
Well, you joke about getting sucked back into the
Right.
committee, but here's the thing. You are so plugged in to the community of Walnut that it just makes sense. You know, that what happens around your shop, you know, it's kind of like as you're coming into town and you start getting into the business district, you're right there on the corner.
Right,
It's one of
yeah.
the first things that people see. So it just makes sense for you to be a part of this because you're down there every day. So you see everything that's going on and you have a pretty good, as they say, a finger on the pulse of what's going on in Walnut.
Well, and what kind of funny story, what happened with a friend of mine, I wanted her to be on my farmer's market committee. She's like, well, I will be on this if you're on my Sauerkraut Day committee. I'm like, okay, fine. So we so she got sucked into mine and I got sucked into hers.
It's symmetry. That's how all of this works. How far out did you have to go to find vendors for the farmers market? Are they coming from far away? Are they all close? How is this working?
A lot of them are fairly close, and honestly, I've seen the list, but I don't know where they're from just because Maddie's the one that has been in charge of reaching out to them. I think starting this morning, there's vendor spotlights that I have scheduled each day through next week. But I'm not 100% sure where they're coming
that's fine.
from.
That's fine because I do know that there are some vendors at farmers markets that travel a little ways.
Yes.
Sometimes even an hour and a half to 2 hours. They will go to be at a farmers market, and I have a feeling that the way that you guys have been publicizing this and getting the information out and being here and talking about it, you're going to do pretty well.
I hope so. And I know there's a lot of people in town that have their gardens. They're like, oh, I'd love to set up. I'm not going to have much. That's fine. If you don't have much, still, reach out to us and set up because people love to buy local produce.
And the cool thing to me is watching, especially with produce, is watching what changes throughout the year. You know, the farmers market that I was at a couple of weeks ago, a lot of early stuff, saw a lot of radishes, obviously, and a lot of starter plants. And you may still actually see some of those on this first one because we're fairly early in June, and you can get away with still planting tomatoes, but I don't know that you can go much later than that if you still want them before you get much of a crop before we get that freeze this fall. Well, we're not going to talk about that. That's not something to think about just yet. But it sounds like a lot of moving pieces are in place already, and you got to be excited watching everything that's been going on since the beginning of the year. Now, suddenly, here it is. And it's actually coming together.
It's coming up quick, so there's still a lot to do.
So the street's going to be shut down then?
Just not Main Street, but yeah, the 600 block will be closed. It's just a block area. Food trucks, we're having a food truck each farmer's market.
So people can come out.
Yep,
eat
people can
at the
come
same
and
time?
eat. Absolutely. Yep.
So if someone they typically go to farmers markets, or not go to, but are a part of them. They want to be a vendor. Is it strictly just on that Facebook page? Is that how they reach out? How do they do
It
that?
is. Yes, it's on the Facebook page. We also have paper forms if you're not tech savvy. I have my shop. I know the Walnut Library has them. City Hall has them. Otherwise, reach out to me. I mean, I can direct you in the correct way.
Have you gotten any feedback from other folks in Walnut about this coming to town? Have you heard anything from
A lot of people are excited. Yes. Yeah. They're looking forward to it. So I hope it's a
Pottawattamie County Routes brought to you by Dave Lawrence, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Learn how he can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com for more. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Service Master Restore by Schmader knows it can be hard to get things back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke, and that can oftentimes lead to mold, and you may be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. It's easy. You give Cindy Schmader a call with Service Master Restore by Schmader. Her phone number, 402-339-9911.
good thing.
Well, Walnut's the size of town that if you're a resident of Walnut, you're within walking distance
Yes.
of the, of the farmer's market. So it's a great way to get a few steps in and get out and enjoy an early evening. You're not going real late, so you're not interrupting the weekend.
No,
It's just
4 to 6.
Yes, so getting all of that done. But your pop-up market inside is starting a little earlier,
Farmers market kickoff will be from 3 to 6 Friday. Farmers market's from 4 to 6. So if you want to come a little early and shop inside, please do.
And we'll talk more about Sauerkraut Day a little bit later, if that's all right.
Absolutely,
and,
yeah.
as we get closer, because I know there's probably still some details that aren't 100% nailed down yet
Right. Yep.
with all of that. So, how's everything else going for you, Kim? Has it been a robust year so far? I know you.
I think so.
You
Yeah.
always take the first month of the year off just to
Yes.
kind of reset and
Yes.
probably do a deep clean and all of that other
Yep.
stuff. But has it been a strong year for you?
It's been a good year. Yeah, I can't complain. Yeah, it's been busy. Just coming out of graduation season, so lots of orders from that. So now we're going into June, where farmers markets start, Antique Walk in Walnut, which is super busy. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
lots
gonna
of things coming up.
catch a lot of people coming through, and Walnut being one of those state destinations. I mean, 'cause there's a few pockets all around the state of Iowa, and Walnut's one of them. You know, I think along the same lines as the Amana colonies, going there and you kind of just spend the day, or some places up in northwest Iowa or northeast Iowa. There's just these little pockets. Walnut is the one for our area.
It's nice
It's a
because there's
destination.
so many shops. You
Yes.
can spend a whole day going, or 2 days. A lot of people spend 2 days going from each shop to look around. Yeah,
It's why you're on the tour bus route.
yeah.
That people come by. Well, thanks for all the information. Thanks for coming in and letting us know about this. Thanks for the hard work you and everybody else have been putting into getting the farmers market. I love farmers markets. I love that there's a new one coming. I love that you picked Friday because I don't know that there was another one in the area on that day.
I'm not sure if there was.
Yeah, I haven't seen one. I've seen them, in different places. I know, such as you're actually pretty close to Atlantic.
Yes.
And Atlantic and Council Bluffs have theirs on the same day on Thursdays,
Okay.
but they, typically they're not going to get bleed over
No.
because they're too far apart.
Right.
And like you said, Avoca having theirs, and then there's Trainer, and I think Missouri Valley's doing one too. All of these to be able to give people places to go. Mm-hmm. And something else I always say is, I understand you can't do all of your grocery shopping at a farmer's market at a tiny little store, but you can stop in and you can
Yep.
help out, because these are local people that we want to be able to keep these things going. The only way to do that is by going
Yes.
and shopping
Yeah.
and taking advantage of what we have so we can keep those things going. And the more popular and more people that come out, the better it's going to be moving forward, because the vendors will see and they'll say, oh, you should come out to this one because large crowds come out. So
And then with it being Friday, it goes till 6. So it doesn't cut into your Friday night plans. You can just swing by and grab some stuff and go out for Friday night.
well, there you go. It's the Walnut Farmers Market and coming, and we'll talk about Sauerkraut Day a little bit later on this summer. But this is Kim Kanata. Thank you so
Thanks
much
for
for your
having me.
time. Grateful every time we can sit down and talk. You're one of my favorite entrepreneurs that are out there, because you're doing
thank
great
you.
work. And you really are. You are your own destination with what it is that you do, because of just the high quality of what it is that you put out, and everybody knows it. I'm not telling.
I appreciate
I'm not
that.
telling stories out of school here. So, a wonderful addition to Walnut and to Southwest Iowa, even past that. So, thank you so much for that.
Well, thank you.
And we thank you for watching this episode of Pottawattamie County Routes. If you would do me a favor, and you see where it says like right here on the platform you're watching this show on, click that for me, would you please? Or you can click share, you can click follow, and doing that helps the algorithm. and it helps get that information out further. All the stuff that Kim was just talking about, wouldn't it be great if Walnut was just filled with people from all across the county and surrounding counties? The way to do that is people need to know about it. You share, you follow, and you hit that like button, helps the algorithm. Next thing you know, more people see it. So I thank you in advance for that. My name is Todd Studer, and we'll see you next time.